3 simple tips I use while building this diorama. This isn't really a tutorial, I just want to share how I built my first diorama, the problems I run into, and a few things that work well for me. Maybe they'll give you a few ideas for your own build, and if you have any tips of your own, I love to hear them too. If you just want to see the finished diorama from different angles, feel free to skip to the end. A while ago, I told you I had become obsessed with beautiful autumn oak trees, so of course, this tree became the main focus of the whole diorama. At first, I only planned to build a forgotten little yard with one tree and an old patchwork fence. But it felt a little too empty, so I decided to add small shed. If there's a shed, it should have window and a door. And it would be nice if you could look through one side and see on the way out the other. And that's when the project slowly started getting bigger. Let's start with the fence. I used real dry branches for the fence posts, then I broke up some balsa wood to make the fence boards. I also added a little wire mesh and painted it to look rusty. Overall, I'm happy with how it turned out. But I did make one mistake. I used super glue. After it dried, it left shiny spots on the wood. Those spots didn't absorb paint very well, so the weathering looked unnatural. In the end, I have to sand everything down and repaint it. Next comes the shed. Since it was my first building and only a supporting part of the scene, I kept it as simple as possible, just 4 walls and an old corrugated metal roof. I also make a video showing my simple way to make these old metal sheets. One thing I didn't expect, the hardest part wasn't building the walls, it was making the doors. So after this project, I came up with a much easier way to build doors and windows. I'll share that with you soon. Once the tree, the shed, and the fence were finished, I added a few brushes, shaped the ground, and spread the dirt. Since it's just a quiet country road, I didn't need a lot of texture, just enough to raise the edge of the road and the strip down the middle. I also added a few rocks near the wall to make everything feel more natural. Then I add the grass. And here's the finished result. While building this diorama, I focused on 3 simple things. First, I want the tree to look good from every angle, from the front, the back, from above, and even from down low. That's why I spent so much time shaping the canopy. Second, I want to make the most of the shed, not just the front and the back, but also views that let you see straight through the building. Those angles make for some really nice photos. Third, I want plenty of places to display model cars. You can fit around 5 or 6 vehicles on this diorama, but for a quiet countryside scene, I think 2 or 3 cars look much more natural. I'll make another video about how I plan the layout for dioramas. Right now, I already have 4 or 5 new ideas waiting to be built, so there are plenty more stories to share. See you in the next video.